Really talented young man sitting in that chair joining us for the A&R room. Rich Nice.
Soundboy killer.
Remember that first solo LP came out, Mental Maintenance came out. I thought this dude had something special about him, Rich Nice.
Soundboy killer.
We've been watching him grow and grow. Yeah. Talked about that Rasta Imposter.
Soundboy killer.
Pondy Corner.
Soundboy killer.
He's laid out a lot of brickwork to get to where he is today. Don't be fooled by the name. It's a lot of layers to this young man. He ain't perfect, but he got a good heart. He got good intentions. Welcome him to the show. The one and only Konshens is here.
Bless up. Go on.
How you been?
Say Soundboy killer again.
Soundboy killer.
Sound like a button.
Soundboy killer. Soundboy killer.
Yeah, he does. Let's say hello to Rich Nice there, Konshens.
Respect, sir.
Respect.
What up?
Yes,
Congratulations, man. It Feel Good is out now. You know, you and I had a chance. We bumped into each other at South by Southwest. Right, and we started getting in a conversation in the lobby. I said, man, we got to extend this conversation to the airwaves. So he finally made it. Other times I wasn't here when you came, and now you finally.
The crew held it down.
Yes,
and they did.
Yes, indeed.
Crazy.
It feels good, man. What feels good right now for you?
Music on a whole. I mean, like I just walked in the studio that rapper a while ago.
Osmond Benjamin.
Yeah, that felt good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not my culture or whatever. But if the music feel good, it just feel good. You know what I mean? You understand what he's saying, and you can feel his direction. And he might ride the beat crazy.
Yes.
It felt good.
It felt good.
You know what I mean?
You said it's not your culture directly, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Me a Jamaican.
Yes.
Yeah, Kingston, Jamaica, I'm born from. But you can't deny, like when I was coming up, it's the BET, MTV, just got into Jamaica now. So you're influenced by a whole bunch of different genres. So if you want to be a liar and be like, yeah, man, I'm Rastafarian, and that's the only thing that you know, you can do that. But we know that we grew up with all different genres. So it's not directly my culture, but we've been influenced by it.
What is a Rasta Imposter?
I mean, them two words are self-explanatory. A Rasta imposter. You know what I mean?
But what did it look like? Right. What made you make that song?
At the time, there's a line in the song that says, "Me nah turn Rasta for shot at Europe." Shot means to be successful in Europe.
Okay.
So at the time, that was the trend. Like, and it was a convo that it was an idea that was given to me as well. Because some of my early music that came out, people thought I was a Rasta.
Yeah.
So them say, yo, you need to grow your dreads and you need to whatever, and that will probably take your career to the next level. But them time them know actual Rasta people, like I knew Rastafarian that took it like that they were very serious about it. So it was more of a not wanting to mock what they believe in for my personal gain. So I kind of flip it and just turn it into a song.
Oh, okay. So he did the Eminem thing. You know, it flipped it on yourself.
Yeah.
And it turned into a song.
Yeah.
All right, Konshens is here, ladies and gentlemen.
So you know what I'm wondering? Because so many people over here in the States are obsessed with Jamaica, whether it's the food, the music, the beaches. But what do you like about us? Is there anything about Americans that you're like, okay, that's actually pretty cool and it's distinct about our land?
No. Take your time, Konshens.
Careful.
Now, that was a very good one. I've never heard a question. What do you like about us? Yo, I mean,
Border Patrol listening.
No, man. I mean, we love almost everything about America. You know what I mean? From the music to the fashion to the fact that America obsessed with entertainment. So, like, we see people that get up and just do sports. And it's a big movement. It can be very successful. Like, you can be, like, somebody tell me yesterday that there's a place in the city that if you're tired at work, you go and you pay them some money and you take a nap. You know that place?
Shit. The hotel.
You know the place?
What's that?
They have the nap pods.
Like only in America that I go work.
Yeah, upstairs on the 37th
that
floor.
won't work anywhere else. So when them say the land of opportunities, it's a real thing. But the swag, you know what I mean, the whole hip hop culture, the hip hop vibe, and yeah, man, there's things about America that we love.
Okay.
You give me $20, you can sleep in my office, dog.
Think about that, because that company probably making bread.
Could be making bread. Let me ask you this. Konshens is your name, and I know you've answered this question before. and I think you even spoke to people misinterpreted as you always going to be this self-righteous guy, and meanwhile when I look at your videos or if I hear songs like "The Sex Was" or "Bruck Off Your Buck,"
Ooh,
that ain't what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of. We're seeing a lot.
All right.
Okay, talk
Think about Dr. Dre and Eminem's song.
Yeah.
Guilty Conscience.
Okay.
The word people mix up the word conscience with conscious in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Conscience doesn't have to be good. It's that voice that's talking. Whether you do something good or bad, it's the voice that's saying, "Yo, this is the voice of reason," but it's not necessarily good.
Yay.
So it's a regular person with regular moods and vibe, and
Your album, It feels good to listen to. And even a couple of the videos watching it, I feel good. I'm watching. There's a song called "Free Like a Bird" on there. To me, that has a lot of significant, symbolic meaning to it. What does it mean to be free like a bird? What for you in particular?
In every sense of the word, I think we live in a society where, especially with the social media, where everybody is your judge. Like everybody, even if you type a caption, there are people that start to respond before reading what you wrote. Everybody have an opinion. Everybody actually tell you, this is how you should do this and this is how you should do that. But I think it's really important for us, and even for more so for younger kids, to just realize that, you really just have to be happy with you first. You know what I mean? Before you even think about pleasing anybody else, and don't get caught up in trying to please people. Live for yourself a little bit. Yeah.
Which nice.
What's the climate right now between reggae and dancehall music? Because I think globally some people put them in the same hat and they make them the same thing. But then I know from the core there is a difference between reggae and dancehall. And as an artist yourself that can weave through both worlds, what's the climate like right now?
I think I would advise people to interpret it however you want, because we've had so many different versions of this explanation, what reggae is and what dancehall is or whatever. But for me, I think dancehall is I think reggae is the big bro.
Yeah.
And dancehall is a little rebellious young one. That is, he does whatever and says it however he wants to do it. Is more aggressive, you know what I mean, more sexual. And reggae is like the more chill, centered big brother.
Do you get a lot of backlash from traditional artists when you put, like, you got a song with Rick Ross on this, a Ricky Rose on it called Big Belly. When you do those collaborations, do you get backlash? Like, this dude is steering away from our square, what this is all about. He's diluting the culture. Do you get that?
We've been getting that from, but I don't think any artist speaks publicly on these topics, because them know say a young people time. You know what I mean? And the kids are running the music, and the kids are the persons that are really being active in the music. And we're still young. So whatever you did 20 years ago, respect. But we have to understand that when you did it 20 years ago, you were making a change as well from what came before you. So I'm really not paying much attention to whoever is speaking about the direction the culture is going. It's the kids.
It's the kids.
Yeah.
So you saying blame the kids, don't blame you?
No. I think you can blame whoever you want to blame, but you have to still face the reality that, some of the things you're not supposed to understand. Like, I hear people beat the young trap rappers.
Yeah.
Like, big people like who grew up on Biggie and Tupac. Like, you're not supposed to understand trap music. That was before you. And when you came out in big jeans and your father was like, what are you doing? That's double XL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not your size. And it looked weird. So when you see the new weird, the young rappers,
he just broke that down.
Heather be saying that.
We broke that shit. We was wearing triple XL.
Yeah, and that looked dumb.
XL. Yeah.
Drowning.
What do you mean that looked dumb? That was fresh.
dumb.
That was fresh
Man,
to death,
come
man.
on.
What are you saying, Konshens?
What you wearing now?
Regular.
All right. Have you seen an old photo of yourself and be like, yo, what the hell was that thing?
Yeah, I was. But
With the do-rag and the big shirt and the jersey bands are on your head.
And my hair was just like yours.
Yeah.
See, some of that stuff is cyclical. It comes back. We had high tops with the color and the parts in our hair, the beards, the whole nine. It's interesting.
Yeah, but what did your parents say? They thought you looked dumb.
Yeah. They weren't with. Yeah, it was like, son, could you buy clothes?
What are you hiding under?
Yeah.
You're gonna change.
Good point, man. You sound like you were with my dad or something right there. Man. Stop saying it. You're giving me flashbacks. All right, go ahead.
Well, you know what? I was thinking about when you were just breaking down to Rich Nice how dancehall is a bit more sexual than reggae. It made me think of Aishana. Yeah. And when she was up here and song that we loved, Equal Rights, she ended up saying, come through, man. But she ended up saying that Jamaican men lie about enjoying oral sex, performing oral sex. What is your response?
Let me not be the spokesperson for Jamaican men.
Okay, spokesperson for yourself.
Let me be the spokesperson for Konshens. Whatever go on in a bedroom, I like to keep it in the bedroom.
Keep it in the bedroom.
Yeah. So I'm not going to bring out that and discuss and say, no, man, you're mad. Oh, you're talking about, I'm a Jamaican.
Yeah.
Or, no, I like it, come on.
Yeah.
But I will just keep it neutral and say, yo, check me in the bedroom and we talk.
Yeah, that's a married man, too. He ain't going to be talking about all that. Congratulations, too, man. I respect.
Let me ask you, why do you think it's so much uproar about it, though? Why do you think people get so bent out of shape about that topic?
Because I think basically what Aishana says is true. Like, most of them lie. Most of us lie. You know what I mean? Most Jamaican men, not just about the different types of sex, but even homosexuality and them something there. And it's a big thing. Like, for me, I like to think of it as you do what you want to do, me do what me want to do.
Yeah.
You don't try to influence me to do what you know what I mean? And I'll be all right. You do your thing over there, so me do my thing over there.
That's fair.
That's fair enough. All right. Shaggy, you got the legend on here. Shaggy is on the song Body Happy, man. Did you already know Shaggy or did he?
Yeah.
What's that like working with him? I'm sure he's experienced it. Yeah.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, from the first set of convoys with Shaggy is like, all right, we have a reason with Shaggy now, so let's prepare for school.
Yeah.
And you see what you can learn and whatever. Until it become more of a regular thing, but you still have to listen for the gems. Because he's talking and he's joking or whatever, but there's a gem coming up and you just got to make sure you don't miss it.
Right.
Yeah, you caught a lot of gems from him.
Oh, yeah.
One of the most the song that probably made me sit in my seat and I had to play it over and over was the song Days of My Life. You know, really powerful song. And it was dedicated. Was it dedicated to your brother? Or was it more?
It was about him.
Uh-huh.
But it's really dedicated to people that are going through things that he went through that led to what happened with him. You know what I mean? So, kind of.
For those who don't know, it's reported that he committed suicide.
Yeah.
Right. And so this song, and then Satori is on it too as well.
Satori. Yeah.
Yeah. Have people responded to it in a way where they said, "Thank you for making this. This has helped me."
Yeah, the DMs loaded. You know what I mean? And you'd be surprised how many people in the world actually going through depression and the whole anxiety thing. It's like we finally put a name to it. And remove the stigma of in a Jamaica, it's like people say I'm madman. There's in America there are a lot of terms that you know what I mean. The schizophrenia and people, you know what I mean, they try to diagnose it more here in America, but in Jamaica it's very taboo.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just say I'm madman that are crybaby or something. You know what I mean? But I think we slowly remove that stigma and more people like coming out and say, yeah, I'm going through this. Like, I didn't know what it was. And
Well, I commend you for that, man. This guy got a lot of great songs on this project. It feel good. I think the one that a lot of people have been celebrating the most is Broke Off Your Back.
Yeah.
Yes. You know. Something I've said plenty of times to, you know.
Bucket naked.
You know. With Chris Brown, man. Chris Brown, I would imagine, too. Were y'all in the studio together?
No.
Oh, that was this is the remix, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But have you ever worked with them together?
No.
Not in person?
Never.
Wow.
Never. Technology.
That's
send the files, send the text, send it back, and then the magical producers, they get to work.
Well, let's take a listen to it, and we're going to open up the phone lines, 888-742-3345. Konshens, we're in the A&R room, Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Yes, Konshens is here. It feel good. The name of it. You like that, Heather B?
Love it.
Feel good?
You already know. He was playing it when you wasn't here.
Ooh.
James, what up from Vancouver? What up, James?
Konshens,
James.
what's going on, man?
Wagwan fam.
Large up yourself, man. We always loved the vibe. When you came to our city, we had to say that you're the most realest of them all, man. You mingle with the people. You took picture with every person in the building. You can't see too much artists do them type of things. So big up yourself, man. And the realest song, man, from when we first heard that tune right there. So, yo, man, it's just uplifting, man. Big up yourself, Konshens.
Thank you, sir. Respect.
Right, all right, man. My man Konshens is here. I like that. So let me ask you this. Is there I want to build on what you were saying about like what we're seeing in hip hop today here in the States, and you got the younger generation that is more have this trap sound, or some people call that mumble rap genre, if you will, but it's for the generation now in conflict with the generation that came before them. In Jamaica, we've seen a lot of that too, because Jamaica has always had in terms of males in Jamaica, have always been known to be real machismo, real alpha male, and now you got a lot of artists who are embracing their emotions, their feelings in different ways. Mm-hmm. Some may be more feminine than a lot of the older generation would like to see. Yeah. You know what I mean? Are you seeing that clash too? Like how people are choosing? For
sure.
What's going on?
For sure. I don't know. I think the younger generation are a lot more open, as you said. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The masculinity is there, but everybody still I think it's cool now to be emotional and to just be expressive. And I think social media has a lot to do with that. When you really check what people are saying on social media, you would be surprised to know that these people even have these feelings. Mm-hmm. But social media gives you that say it without being there, actually saying it. Mm-hmm. So I think we just have more windows and more doors to express ourselves now, and that's the reason why. And where music is concerned, I think for the younger generation, there's always been music that's underground, and for the younger generation, I think what should not happen is the older generation should not sit back and leave it totally up to the younger generation and complain about it.
Yeah.
So put out music. Promote music. Be hungry and be aggressive like you were when you were young, and put out music for your older audience. So don't sit back and complain about what's hot or what's current. Put some stuff out.
When I look at some of the conflicts that we see go on over here between rappers, like whether it's a Remy Ma or Nicki Minaj or the Jay-Z Nas
sound clash,
it's all on wax. They not punching each other, they not slapping each other, they just one upping each other with clever lines. I like that kind of battle. But in Jamaica,
all right. No, I think it's the same. I think you can say there have been instances where it got physical.
Okay.
50 Cent era, and there have been instances. I think it's the same. Like majority of it is all lyrical in Jamaica. A vast majority of it is all lyrical. One and two time, a few times, people meet up, tempers flare. But it's not something that's a regular occurrence.
Okay.
I mean?
All right.
But the news just get out real fast and get real loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. I like that. Konshens is helping us.
Yeah.
That. Thank you, man.
Misconceptions. Okay. Let's clear it up.
Okay, let's clear it all up. Rasheem is on the line from Connecticut. Go ahead, Rasheem.
Yo, Konshens, Wagwan.
Yeah, dude. Wagwan.
Yo, listen, I just want to say big fan.
Respect.
And I have a question, man. It's I'm Jamaican American, and I love dancehall, love reggae music and everything. And I'm wondering, where do you see the state of dancehall? Like, what do you think dancehall artists have to do, or what do you see the state of dancehall in the future for it to be more commercialized? Because I feel like a lot of people are getting respect with dancehall. So like Drake and Rihanna had the whole thing going on, and you hear people, Katy Perry doing songs with Ariana, with Skip Marley and all of them. It's like, it's like, but for Jamaican artists to get more of that commercialized respect, be more on the billboards, things like that. What do you think needs to happen?
I think Jamaican artists, we have to adjust to the format where business is concerned in America, because it's dancehall has always been there, but it's always been like a trend that come and go until we get a big dancehall artists, but we never have like 5, 6 big dancehall artists at the same time. And I think it's a business issue. We tend to keep it like cultural and vibey. But when the business start, when you look on how the American artists work and them do the rounds and the level of promo and how long the promo is and how deep you go into promo, you know what I mean? I think when we need to start adapt these principles too, and no say, and not just Jamaica where I try to run off, where I try to get into other markets. Yeah, we're up on the way. I think Drake and these artists that you mentioned actually reopened the door and reintroduce it to the younger generation now, because remember say a Sean Paul fan is a big person now with mortgage, and from a back then Sean Paul fan. I have like 3 kids now and mortgage, and them work for, he's not online 24/7.
Yeah.
So I think Drake now reintroduce it and say, yo, remember this? So we have to just capitalize and just do good business and kick off the door.
Do good business. I like that. Gotta work. Gotta, not assimilate, but you gotta learn.
We've been doing the music. I don't think we have to change the music.
The work, the way you work in the States is different from how you work in other places. Rasheem, thanks for your call. HB.
I have a question about ghostwriting. Is it looked at the same way there as well? Like, here it's a big discussion when you find out some of your favorite artists and they got their mans writing, the rhymes for them. Is it looked at the same way?
Same way. Yeah.
Well, how was it looked? Is it frowned on, or is it?
It's like it does something to the credibility of the artist, because it depends on the type of artist too. If it's an artist that does the type of music that connect in your mind and your heart, then you feel like you have a connection with the artist. So when you find out, yo, this guy over here, he's the one that he's been right, you feel like, no, but me have the connection with him then, not you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a fight that's been good. But I think there's a reason why the guy that wrote it didn't sing it. You know what I mean? You have to believe in a people's talent and them voice and them ability to draw your attention and keep your attention. So you have to credit both sides. That's how I'm look at it.
Konshens, man. All right, don't forget the new album, It Feel Good, is available now. I want to play Bassline, but before I do, and we get into more of the A&R room, man, you know where you are. You've seen us on the YouTube channel. You've heard us on the radio. You know what you do when you come up in this room. Not everybody got the heart to do it, Konshens. I'm going to tell you, not everybody got the talent to do it. Not everybody got it in their spirit to do it, man. But if you catching vibes with us today, I want to invite you to do it. One, to drop a beat on them. Sway in the morning, shade
4-5. What is some 90s thing?
It's supposed to sound like it, but it's not.
Alright. Bounce the one you feel the girl them bubble pan. You love to see the girl them a bubble, put up your hand. You play a song for gangsta bus blank. Over the girl them time, play a song for girl wine. Big selector a play, you no rookie. Catch the bassline, watch the girl them a should be. Hey, when the girl them a dip it and a drop it, you no love woman. If you not happy, so watch her then. Girl a dash out, so me glad me come out. Ready feel it, what you talking about? Road me live and me no want see no house. We are rape and a wait when the sun fi come out. Girl a bubble, bubble girl a bubble, bubble girl a bubble, bubble girl a bubble, bubble them a bubble, bubble girl a bubble, bubble girl a bubble, bubble them a bubble. Alright then, girl they pan head top a spin like kick. Me have to ask if some of them right till. Watch that one day with the wire waistline. Watch your body there, yo, swear, look out that big. Break out, yeah, show your talent and skill. Red label wine, you a turn on the trill. Lick a bus in me head like grenade. All when me talking, delayed me not. Y'all a dash out, so me glad me come out. Ready for left, what you talking about? Road me lip and me no want see no house. We a rave and a wait for it, but we no frightened of nobody. But we respect everybody, and we better than everybody. So we can run with anybody. Cause no boy no better than we. No boy no better than we. Step and we can't say them no for dance and pan. Swear no in a bag of long talk. Do something, do something, do something, do something.
Sway in the morning.
Do something. Yeah man, tell me
It feels good. Sway in the morning. Let's go. Roll.
My shit.
Boy killer.
Yeah.
It feel good, Konshens, ladies today.
Yeah man.
We're going to play that bass line and come back with the A&R room. Sway in the morning, shade 4-5. Konshens is here. He's here. He's here.